Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, or the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
To the air. It's Nolan. Finds his man down the middle. They get him down after he makes a catch. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the fullback. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to go up top on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Catch in the middle, it's Parker. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Washington State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
This time he's got his man. And he's running in the open. He's at the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration. The interception drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll go to the fullback. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter.
Washington State 7, Ohio State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Makes the grab on the left. On the move at the 30. The expressway is wide open. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Washington State going back to work on 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point...
Touchdown, Washington State! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
Intercepted.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field and get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something, and you're right. You'll wear your defense out. Continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense. You're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Leaves it with the running back. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Harvin. Throwing right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
He's got it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Looking to buy time. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. The number one job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number one job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
And he hauls it in at the 30. This defense giving up ground, and he's finally knocked down at the 26. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Corners are going to bail. Run it with the fullback. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Comes out throwing on first down. That's reeled in. It's right. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They use the end around, first play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no.
Speeding down the left side. The 40. The 20. Inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go into coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
First and goal, you know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Texas A&M. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll try the right side. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little.
And he breaks into the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. The extra point is blocked. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. Now he can return this. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Averill. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff.
At the 17.
He'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Cole.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Hard running there. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Now on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Harvin. Oh, it's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
He's going to fire deep. Man, it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Washington State 27, Ohio State 9.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defensive front had that one spelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play till you get the ball to the fullback.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. He's into the open down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense with the scoop and score. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Handoff to the fullback. At the 45, on his way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, I think the offense on that 3rd down was just hoping to turn around and give it to the big fella and let him go get the first, but he got a whole lot more than that. That was a nice job getting to the open field and generating an explosive play.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Wazoo! What a catch and run for 6. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Yeah, salt into a wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And
just steamrolling the defense. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's going for a big play downfield. And that ball is picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Give to the fullback. That'll be a beneficial run as he creates some breathing room and gets it up to the 13-yard line.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the 4th quarter. We're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get concerned and they want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Finds his tight end. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. The big fullback's got it. Breaks the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Mateer. He lets one fly deep. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
To the air on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very...
A shot toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Sticks it in his belly. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And, David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's,